Hello, it's Philosopher24 here, and here's a quick update video on which save I shall be doing on the beta of Football Manager 2016, which the full game comes out in the 13th of November, so the beta should come out late October, so lots to look forward to. Now, I've already set up a straw poll to decide what teams are going to be what options you have, and I'm just going to run quickly through what teams they are. So first of all, we've got Swansea, and you know why I picked Swansea, probably most of you, as I am a Swansea supporter. They're doing alright this year, got off to a good start, but then after the international break, they kind of settled down. So as you can see, their squad, who they brought in Andre Ayew, and they brought in Edir, so they brought some good signings. They had a good season last season, and the main reason I really want to do this team for the beta is because I support them. So there's a squad. You can make your decision. There are two other Premier League teams, and those are Crystal Palace, who had an alright season last year after Pardew took charge in late December, I'm not sure when or after December, and made them storm up the table and get a top 10 finish, and they've kept that form going this season with some great wins like away to Chelsea, and they have bought very, very wisely. They bought Johan Campbell from PSG, who used to be an ex-Pardew man at Newcastle, who got off to a flying start, and people like Yannick Bolasie, Zaha carried on their form, and they brought in Bakary Saka, who scored loads for Wolves, Connor Wickham, who I'm a big fan of, still quite young, and they brought in like Patrick Bamford. So they've really strengthened their team, and I do like the way they play on the counter, and it's a bit more physical than other teams. So that's the second choice. And then we come on to Everton, who are nicknamed the Toffees, as you probably all know, and they had a slightly disappointing season last season, and I think that was due to the fact that they were playing in Europe, and that always has a detrimental effect, usually on teams' league form, and it's clearly shown as Everton finished, I think, 13th last season. Very disappointing, but they've got off to another great start this season. I can see a theme going. I want to take teams that have had a good start. And though they never really changed their squad drastically, I think they've got the core of a good squad, and they brought in some good players like Ramiro Funes Moria, a Argentinian centre-back from River Plate, who looks very, very good. They brought back Gerald Delafeu, who is pacey, but not as pacey as he has been on recent games. But he should do really well if we were to pick them. I kind of like Everton because they've never been, well, they have been before, but in recent years they haven't been that top four side that they probably really want to be. So hopefully, if I was to take charge, I would get them to top four, and I would get them playing nice football maybe, or direct football. I don't know. I might play a bit more direct with Everton. Now, the other four teams are, there's one more in England, and that is Blackburn in the Championship, if I can find them. Usually at the top, because they start with a B. And they have, of course, let go of Jested, who is from Benin, and he was an amazing striker for Blackburn last season, and now he's gone to Aston Villa, of course, and he's doing well there. But the Blackburn team are really quite good for the Championship. They've got lots of players that are worth lots of money and have the potential to make the step up to the Premiership, like especially Jordan Rhodes, and then like you've got people like Grant Hanley, who's a great Scottish centre back, and they're kind of underrated since they've been in the Championship. They haven't been getting the results they needed, etc. So hopefully, if we were to take charge, we would get them out of the Championship and start maybe pushing for the top 10 spaces. So that might be a really interesting save to do, as I don't normally see people doing Championship saves. And then we move north to Scotland, and the fifth choice would be Celtic, who, of course, went out of the Champions League and now are in the Europa League group stage. And they are a team in demise, sadly. They are not bringing in the players that they used to have, like Wanyama, Ki Sung-young. I mean, this Virgil van Dijk this season. So they need to strengthen more and attract more better players to get into the Champions League group stage, and maybe that's what we would do when we were in charge. I mean, they brought in Boyata and they brought in Blackett, but they're not big names, are they really? They're just bit wishy-washy. So that's Celtic. And then we move south to Italy, and a place where I am going on holiday in November for my birthday, or late birthday, as my birthday was on the 24th of September. Just a few days ago, I went to see Southampton against Swansea. Swansea lost, of course. So Roma will be one of the options in the Strawpole, and I can't remember where they finished last year in Serie A, but they didn't win the league, and they didn't do well in Europe per se, but they do have a brilliant squad. I mean, look at their midfield. You got Pjanic, top quality, Strootman, probably you could say even better, and Daniel De Rossi. I mean, who wouldn't want that midfield three? I think they could even fit into the Premier League. I mean, I think that's amazing. But the only thing, they do have lots of loan players, but hopefully if we were doing well in the first season, we could get them on loan in the next season. And Roma haven't won not the Serie A since 2000 to 2001 season. So it's been a long time, and they need a trophy. So hopefully that's something we could do. And then the last team is Napoli, who ever since I watched them play on the TV against Swansea in the last 13 of the Europa League, I've fell in love with, even though they are another team in demise, especially since their manager Benitez has left. But they still have a good core squad like Hamsik, Higuain, Callejon, Reina, Mertens, Insigne, Zuniga, and then you got Gulam. They do have still a really good squad, which can have the potential to maybe even go on to win the Serie A. So those are your options. I can't really have any more suggestions, as I've already created the straw poll, but I'll put the straw poll in the description. Go check it out, put your vote in. You can pick more than one if you want. And this is for the beta of Football Manager 2016. I've been the Philosopher 24, and I'm out.